Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we're headed to the state of Vermont and we're looking at 5 amazing luxury homes. Stay tuned. Okay, welcome to another edition of Fantasy Dream Homes, and today we are headed to the Green Mountain state of Vermont. We're going to stop right there. So this is the state of Vermont right here, and it's bordered by the Connecticut River. The Connecticut River separates Vermont from New Hampshire. And then on the west side, you have, I'm going to zoom in a little closer, that's Lake Champlain. It's an absolutely huge and gorgeous lake. We've featured homes on Lake Champlain. Okay, and some interesting facts about Vermont. It's located in the New England region of the Northeast United States. It's the 45th largest state or the 5th smallest state, depending on how you want to look at it. It's got a population of a little over 500,000 people for the whole state. It is the only state that does not have any buildings taller, this is according to Wikipedia, taller than 124 feet or 38 meters. Sorry. So, Vermont is a leading producer of maple syrup in the United States. Maple syrup is extracted from the xylem syrup of the sugar maple, the red maple, or black maple trees. By the way, you can also get syrup from other trees such as birch trees, but you just have to, it takes a lot more syrup or sap, if you want to call it that. You have to boil off all the water in that, and it takes a lot more to make it, so that's why everybody chooses to use maple trees. The state is mostly forested and mountainous, making up part of the Appalachian or Appalachian, depending on what part of the United States you're from. In the north, they say Appalachian. In the south, they say Appalachian mountain range, which runs from Canada as far south to Georgia and parts of Alabama. And this is a map of the Appalachian or Appalachian mountain chain that runs all the way up into Canada and down here, just into Alabama down here in Georgia. So now what's confusing, I find it very confusing, is then they have all these different names for the different mountain ranges. It's ultimately all the Appalachian or Appalachian mountains, but check out this map. This shows you how they divide, sections of the mountain range. So in this particular part here, this is Vermont right here, okay? In this part G, as you see here, right here, is the Green Mountains. So if you're in Vermont, they're going to call it the Green Mountains. But if you're in Massachusetts, right here, it all of a sudden becomes the Berkshires. It's the same mountain range. And it's ultimately all part of the Appalachian or Appalachian Mountains, right? So why don't they just call it the Appalachian Mountains? I don't know. Well, I got a theory why. So there's an excellent channel called Nick Zentner. And Nick Zentner is a geologist, and he's a professor at Central Washington University in Ellensburg, Washington, okay? I highly recommend this channel. He studied at the University of Wisconsin in Madison, and he grew up and was raised probably about 30 miles from where I live right now. But anyway, his lectures and courses are absolutely fascinating. During the epidemic, he was actually lecturing on his back on a side lawn, outside. It was really cool. And but you will learn a lot. And one of the things you will learn is, we go back here, just because let's say a mountain right here is right here right now, that doesn't mean it's always been there. It could have been, let me zoom out here, and you'll learn this on Nick Zentner's channel. He specializes in geology in the state of Washington, by the way. and he focuses on the Cascade Mountains as well. He's really well versed in the Northwest. But one of the things you'll learn by watching his channel is just because this mountain was here doesn't mean that 15 million years ago it might have been in Kentucky. And the geological movements that we see over millions of years. So I think that's why that they'll say in Vermont, they'll call it the Green Mountains, and then they call it the Berkshires in Massachusetts, because it doesn't mean that it was part of the Appalachian mountain range. I'm just speculating, but I highly recommend watching his channel. He also has a website here that you can go to, and I always put this in the show notes so you don't have to worry about writing any of this down. For tourism information, we're going to recommend you go to vermontvacation.com. They're going to have everything you want to see and do, places to stay, places to eat in Vermont, so check them out. And getting on to our real estate, we're using our old friend Zillow, and we always put them in the show notes too, so everything that we feature in this channel, we try to put it in the show notes. And we're going to get on to our first home. And our first home is in the city or town of Northfield, Vermont. And it's going for $2.45 million. It's 3 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms. It's over 4,900 square feet. It is sitting on 23 acres of land. And by the way, you will see that a lot of these homes are, because you're out in this forested and mountainous area, a lot of these homes have considerable acreage. And this home was built in 2021. So let's take a virtual tour. Okay, so our next home is going for 3 million even. It is located in Plymouth, Vermont. It's 6 bedrooms, 8 bathrooms, over 8,300 square feet, sitting on just over 2 acres of land, built in the year 2006. Let's take a virtual tour. All right, so our next home is in Arlington, Vermont. It is almost $4 million. It's 7 bedrooms, 8 bathrooms, over 8,000 square feet, and it's on a big hunk of land, 228 acres. It's also going to be the oldest home we've ever featured on Fantasy Dream Homes, I believe. It was built in the year 1772. So let's take a virtual tour of this beautiful home. Okay, so our next home is in Dorset, Vermont. It is going for $4.85 million. 6 bedrooms, 10 bathrooms, over 12,000 square feet, sitting on 18.70 acres of land, built in the year 2005. Let's take a virtual tour. All right, so our next home is in Londonderry, Vermont. It is going for $6.2 million. It's 9 bedrooms, 12 bathrooms, 9,400 square feet. Big piece of land, 115.78 acres, built in the year 1890. Let's take a virtual tour. Okay, so that about wraps up another edition of Fantasy Dream Homes. We hope you enjoyed it. We hope you learned a little bit about Vermont. It's a beautiful state, beautiful homes. Tell us what you think in the comments, what homes you liked, which homes you didn't like. If you like the channel, please subscribe and tell your friends about it. But in the meantime, we want you to be safe out there during this pandemic. We hope you'll join us next time. Keep smiling, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.